for the zombie fish.
We Have Always Lived in the Castle is a novel from 1962 by American author Shirley Jackson. I read this variant of the title, the Penguin Modern Classics, but I'm sure whatever version of the book, it cannot save it from being horrendously boring. In the 146 pages I read, not the longest book at all, pretty short book here. What, it just escapes novella, does it, by definition? I was thinking, what was the point? Nothing really happened. It can be considered probably most strongly a mystery, but I've seen some people even say a thriller. What is a thriller about this book is one of the great mysteries of mankind. I'm just glad it ended. We follow Mary Catherine Blackwood, who is the youngest of the Blackwood family, most of whom have perished, it seems, because of a bit of a whoopsie-daisy one time at the dinner table. And in the first chapter of the book, which is definitely the best, she makes a rare little errand into the local village or town, and we get a sense that everyone around here really hates the Blackwoods. There's eyes on her, there's definite tension built up by Jackson in this chapter, and there's a bit of an uncomfortable moment in a shop, and everything seems pretty interesting. Mary Cat has some mental board games she does to try and figure out the best route to get back home and scurry off. But once she goes back to her big manor, things really start going downhill. Now, had there been giant radioactive spiders in this manor that they constantly have to run away from, it might have been entertaining. But as it turns out, we've got another character, Constance, who's Mary Cat's older sister, and together they just waffle about not a lot and just fuss about tidying this house. We have an older Uncle Julian, wheelchair bound, who just seems to fall asleep and talk about his ailments. Whatever little mysteries there are, by the time they're revealed in, again, this relatively short novel, my appetite to know anything about them is completely gone. Even though our attention spans have been unnecessarily punished at this point, we do hold some hope for this character called Charles, who happens to be Mary Cat and Constance's cousin. He seems to have ulterior motives. He maybe wants to get some money from the manor, from them, whatever. But his presence in the house is just annoying and paper thin. What's going on? We've got Mary Cat getting annoyed at him, but whatever annoyance she has for the people in town near the beginning and for Charles, you think it might manifest into something violent, but it remains in her head, and again, nothing happens. By the time it is revealed who was actually culpable for all those Blackwood deaths at the dinner table, you've either seen it coming or you're not bothered. And then there is a little action sequence, I guess you could say, comparatively, near the end, but that's a far cry from saving this mess. I can appreciate subtlety, and I've got open ears to those who really do like this book, but I'm a big believer in good storytelling, and if you're going to go for the slow burner route, you better have a really satisfying big payoff at the end. As it went, when I finished We Have Always Lived in the Castle, I just got a big slap across the face for all my investment through this arduous mess. I'm going to have to give it 1 out of 5 goat skulls.